Hello everyone, Magicson here, and today we are looking at Slimefun's most useful and important machines. So to get started, we have the Enchanter. It's crafted like this with 2 Carbonado, 1 electric motor, 1 enchantment table, and 3 witherproof obsidian. Now, what the Enchanter does, you probably guessed already. It just automatically enchants stuff. Using an enchantment book and a sword, or the piece of gear that can be enchanted with a specific enchantment. And it's gonna take a bit of time. It says here how long it's gonna take. Okay, it's done, and as you can see, it outputs a diamond sword with sharpness 5 because we put in these 2 slots a diamond sword and the sharpness 5 book, and it outputs a diamond sword with sharpness 5 like I said, and a normal book. Now next we have the auto Disenchanter. So maybe let's say you don't want sharpness 5 on your diamond sword, maybe you want Bane of Arthropods instead or whatever. So to make the auto Disenchanter, you need 2 Carbonado, 3 witherproof obsidian, 1 auto enchanter, 1 anvil, and 2 redstone. And yet again, you probably guessed what it does already. It just automatically disenchants your tools. So you need to input 1 item and 1 book, and then it's gonna start disenchanting it. It's gonna take the same amount of time as the enchanting. So I'm gonna leave it here to do things, and then we can actually move on. So next we have the electric ore grinder. Now this is an essential part of a automatic ore dust factory, and it's crafted like this with 2 gilded iron, 1 electric motor, 1 heating coil, and 1 diamond pickaxe. It also has a tier 2 variant that needs a I forgot what it's called again. It's called a blistering ingot. Yeah, it needs a blistering ingot, which is a really endgame item. But the first tier of electric ore grinder grinds stuff such as cobblestone into gravel. So if you input 1 cobblestone here, it's gonna start grinding it, and out comes gravel. Now next we have the electric gold pan, which ties right into the electric ore grinder, because the electric gold pan can make gravel into unsifted dust. It's crafted using 2 flint, 1 electric motor, 1 gold pan, and 3 aluminum ingots. It has 2 more tiers, tier 2 and tier 3. Now, like I said just now, it makes gravel into unsifted dust. As you can see, it takes a few seconds, and out comes sifted ore. Sorry, not unsifted dust, I'm really used to calling it unsifted dust. And this sifted ore can be made into actual ore dusts using the electric dust washer. So the electric dust washer is crafted using 2 electromagnets, 1 electric gold pan, 3 copper ingots, and 1 water bucket. It has 2 more tiers, tier 2 and tier 3, and if we put in some sifted ore, it's gonna take a few seconds to process it, and out comes, once again, ore dust. So this time we got copper dust, now we got some aluminum dust, and you need a cargo system to make sure that this doesn't clog up, because it's gonna do it like really fast. So that's my tip to you. And this is basically the setup for a automatic dust farm, which I'm gonna talk about in the next video. But more on that later. So next we have the charging bench, a really essential machine when you are dealing with the technical gadgets. So the charging bench is made using 2 batteries, 1 small energy capacitor, 1 crafting table, and 1 electromagnet. Now if you take some jet boots that need energy to function, and we put them in the charging bench, it's gonna start charging them, as you can see, and we get jet boots that can actually fly. Woohoo! So next we have the automated crafting chamber, and to make it you need one crafting table, one blistering ingot, 2 cargo motors, and 1 electric motor. Now, what the automated crafting chamber does is it automatically crafts stuff that can be only crafted in the enhanced crafting table. So, for instance, I want to make an heating coil, so I'm gonna put this down here, and you gotta input at least 2 items into each slot here, where you are basically showing what recipe you want to make. Because the first items are just gonna go in there to show, like, just give the machine a general idea of what you want to craft. And yeah, just a reminder, you can't craft vanilla items. You can only craft Slimefun items that can be crafted in the enhanced crafting table. Now you just need to enable it by clicking on this gunpowder over here. Okay, so it turned out that the nether star reactor that I was using exploded at one point, because it didn't have any coolants left, and that's why the recipe didn't work. But as you can see, it's automatically taking stuff from over here and making it into heating coils. And the last items are gonna stay here as a way to show what recipe you're trying to craft. And we now have some heating coils. So overall, a pretty useful item if you have, if you're like really end game, or you want to maybe sell items to other people who are struggling with Slimefun on a server, like a town or something. Then you can really easily use this to bulk craft a lot of items, because you can have like a massive array that's automatically crafting every single item for your recipes. Now next we have the electrical Ingot Factory. This kind of ties into this machine here. So when I was talking about the automated arrays. So to make it you need heating coils, 2 of them actually, and 1 electric dust washer, 1 electric motor, 2 Damascus steel ingots, and 1 flint and steel. It has 2 tiers, tier 2 and 2 more tiers, tier 2 and tier 3. And what it does is it just smelts ore dust into ingots. So if we put in copper dust here, it's gonna take it, it's gonna just work a few seconds, and in a moment we're gonna have a copper ingot over here. Yeah, as you can see. So this is the Ingot Factory. Pretty simple, but really useful. And now we also have the electric smeltery, which can only make alloys. So it's made using 2 gilded iron, 2 electric motors, 1 electric Ingot Factory tier 2, 2 nether bricks, and 2 heating coils. Now if we try to make some alloys with it by putting all of this stuff here, it's gonna take a few seconds once again, and out comes a alloy, and that alloy should be cobalt if I'm correct. Oh sorry, nickel. Yeah, so we got nickel. Yet again, a really useful machine for doing like these massive automatic crafting arrays to bulk craft a certain item. And now last we have the wither assembler. Now this machine is dangerous because without wither-proof glass or obsidian, you're gonna have a lot of withers flying around in your Slimefun area. So it's made using 1 nether star, 2 blistering ingots, 2 wither-proof obsidian, 1 android memory core, 1 reinforced alloy, and 1 electric motor and 1 carbonado edged energy capacitor. A really tough recipe, as you can see, and what it does is it automatically constructs withers. So you need to input soul sand here and wither skulls here. It's also enable it, and you can also change the offset, so how many blocks above the wither assembler the withers are gonna be spawned in. And yeah, here it just tells you how long it's gonna take for each wither to spawn. So you can make automatic nether star factories with the wither assembler. But these are actually all the machines I'm going to talk about in this video, because these are the machines I personally only use mainly, and there are a few other machines that may just be kind of useful, such as the food fabricators and the food composters, crop growth accelerators, auto breeders, and yeah. So in the next video, I'm gonna talk about. Oops, I'm invisible. What? Okay. So in the next video, oops. In the next video, I'm gonna talk about some useful factories, such as the Outer Dust Factory, a few automatic crafting factories, whatever. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something new. Subscribing is welcome. So is liking, because it just keeps me motivated. Give me some feedback in the comments, and yeah, I'll see you next time.